This one's the exact same.
Did anybody max out? I don't think anyone maxed out that entire series. I'm pretty sure they didn't.
Yeah. Maybe
That's
they were
crazy.
close-ish at one point, but never maxed out. Okay. It's a best of 7 TvT. Spawning in the bottom right. It's Dragon Phoenix Gaming's Cure.
And in the top left, we've got Psystorm Gaming's GuMiho with Mr. KJ Freedom in attendance.
I feel like between these two it will be a little bit more macro-y than with Dream.
Okay.
As Kira is a guy who does tend to macro up quite a bit. Double gas from GuMiho. Double gas from Kier.
Yeah, so no proxies. Sad caster noises.
There's still time, Falcon.
Based on the trajectory of these workers, not so much.
No, I'm talking about the next game.
Oh, yeah. Sure, definitely. Tons of time for that. Got our dogs in the game.
Dogos. They're not just any dog, they're space dogs.
They're space dogs. They're huge.
They are. They're really big dogs.
They're as big as a person. Because SCVs are people. And they're in big suits, too. So, like... yeah, that dog is probably 6 feet tall.
That would be terrifying.
Seriously.
It's very nice of Blizzard to make it so that the dogs can't be killed, unlike other bots.
Critters and things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Five. Also 5.
What does it mean?
What do the numbers mean? Multiple Reapers from GuMiho. Aliens on the way. Same for here. Except he's not going for multiple Reapers. He's just skipped the reactor until now, so he should have higher numbers now, but then fall behind or equal up in a minute. Already taken the gas at his natural from Kier.
Wow. Yeah, that's super early.
That's gotta mean he's going for a Raven right away.
Yep, there you go. Tech Lab coming up on that starport. Raven makes a lot of sense. Or Battle Cruiser.
That would be truly epic.
I would love it.
Please, Kier. Do it.
Do it for us. One of these games.
No,
you have to
he
do it all
builds
of
a
them.
Raven. Boo!
Boring.
Oh, great attack from GuMiho with his higher numbers. Kier's just gonna dive on in like a mad lad, but it does not work out for him till a Cyclone pops out and saves the day.
And will any Hellions escape? Yes, one makes it out of there for GuMiho.
Hey, 2 Reapers jump on in, bit of a hit squad. And they bounce to the natural. And 5 SCVs go down in total. All in all, as far as trade goes.
Yeah, I don't think anybody came out on top there. It's just a little slap fight that nobody necessarily won.
A slap fight, I like it. Third CC for GuMiho.
Big drink of water time.
Gotta stay
12:30.
hydrated.
That's right.
Okay.
Ooh, don't get trapped. GuMiho's pushing down here. Yeah, those guys get the heck on out. They recognize the problems they have.
No third from Kier yet. He's just been pumping out units.
Aggression.
Rah! There we go.
And the aforementioned, foretold, prophesied third is here.
And was it
Yep,
prophesied? God, what word am I supposed to use there?
prophesied.
Prophesied.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a new one.
A good one.
SCV is giving their friend a hug.
Not enough.
Makes him tank 4 more shots. So really, they were just looking out for themselves.
At least he was hugged while he died. There's worse ways to go down.
Yeah, I guess so.
He was surrounded by his friends.
Literally.
Yeah, of course. They're figuratively surrounded by your friends that I'm missing here.
You know, when you're dying or whatever, and it's like, oh, all his family and friends were gathered around.
Yeah, literally. But I guess they're not like all making physical contact all the time.
No.
It's a good point.
Not using a drill to fix you up.
We're trying to save your life with a drill.
Quick, tape them back together. Those SCVs are just frantically applying duct tape to each other. Viking count lead goes to GuMiho. Raven count is even, Steven.
Yeah, Viking count, generally what matters here is owning the skies.
Yeah, GuMiho just ahead, being a little bit more greedy.
Getting away with
72
it so
SCVs.
far. Yeah, yeah. To 63 is a pretty big disparity.
Yeah, and 4th base on location already for GuMiho too. Kiers is building, just not on location.
Right, which is what you can do when you're the one pushing. Engaging here, Viking anti-armor missile on both sides, though. GuMiho doesn't want to push the issue, neither does Kier. Both players kind of holding back.
3rd base for Kier was cancelled. Or 4th, pardon me. GuMiho with an upgrade lead as well. Kier is not an easy nut to crack though, so we'll see what GuMiho's gonna do.
Oh,
Ooh,
rest in peace,
anti-armor missile.
Marines. Rest in peace.
Interference matrix, pardon me.
Yeah. Greed. I mean, he's going to get away with this. I mean, the way that Cure isn't really comfortable moving out. As I say that, he starts making a pretty strong push to the north here.
I mean, who can blame GuMiho, though? He's almost maxed. His fourth is getting up with a sensor tower around it. Yeah, I really can't blame the guy. GuMiho's moving on in, tossing down Interference Matrix. Actually just going to be making the push happen. Most of Cure's tanks are disabled, so he's going to butcher the army of Cure with his higher marine cannon. Oh my god, did GuMiho just...
I think he just took this
third?
game. I mean, it's 187 to 136 supply. Income is hugely favoring GuMiho. I don't see a path forward here for Cure.
I'm not going to count Cure out just yet, because he's got the air lead, so he can turtle, but that's going to be the way forward from here on out. He's going to play very, very defensive.
Sure, but you turtle, and then GuMiho expands 3 more times. And it doesn't matter.
Oh, the Vikings even landing. Cure just, or GuMiho just with Killer's Instinct going to charge on in here. Might be a little bit overzealous, though, as he does get pushed back.
Yeah, he picks off the tank, but then reinforcements from Cure show up and just shove him out of there. The Viking count for Cure is huge.
Oh, but with the Vikings out of position.
And then he can just drop right on the siege tanks. Little friendly fire splash there. Unloading. All those tanks are going to die. 1, 2, 3, 4. Liberators getting in the mix. The Marines jump out of the circles. Don't take any hits from those Liberators at all. He's like, can I get up this ramp? No.
Not quite, but yeah, Cure losing most of his tanks is going to make this very hard. And kind of a mistake here, not mining at all at his third base. Those SCVs never were put back to work.
No, Cure. You're going to lose it.
That is such a hit to his income right now.
I don't think you can... Okay. Kills the Liberator in exchange for like 10 Marines. Sure.
Oh my god, Cure.
Cure.
Oh, my guy. My guy. It doesn't matter. He's dead anyway.
I mean, if he'd had those guys mining,
Yeah,
maybe
he'd have had some more Marines.
I mean, maybe.
So GuMiho takes game number 1. How about that?
Not too shabby. Looking good. Game 1 on the Berlin.
Wow. Yeah, GuMiho is looking real darn good.
He is. He can absolutely take this whole thing. He's capable of it. He is up to the task right now. Sometimes players are capable of it, but not necessarily looking like they're ready to go today. And GuMiho is just bright-eyed. He's bushy-tailed. He's ready to rock. It's what we like to see.
Okay. Here is ready. GuMiho is
Thinking about it.
ready.
Yeah, let's go. 2,000 atmospheres, the map that is under the water. I mean, it's a bit of an old trick by this point.
Under the water?
Abyssal Reef came out years ago and kind of introduced the whole concept.
Too?
Before Abyssal Reef?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Or was there one after Abyssal Reef?
I mean,
maybe
this
it
one...
was just these two.
Yeah, as far as I know, these are the only 2 underwater anti-grav maps.
I like it though anyway.
With the fish. Oh, I do too. I'm not tired of it at all.
In the top right, it is Cure.
And in the bottom left, it is GuMiho.
Yeah. Cool patterns in the main base.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
It's one of those things, you don't get to appreciate those when you're playing.
Oh, heck no. Never, ever, 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 ever. There's the production tab. I was like, where are you? Do appreciate that Cure rolls with the Starcraft's star logo.
I do too.
It just gives a nice little pop of color to everything. It's nice.
Yay.
The Marines just look better with yellow on their shoulders.
They really do. A little star on the barracks.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's got to be like one of the coolest things that Blizzard added to StarCraft was like such little decals and stuff that you can put on the tiny StarCraft units.
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit of details that makes all the difference.
Both scouting, doing exactly the same thing. Except Cure places his depot in a different spot. And locks his SCV inside. Let me out! Let me out!
Please? Get in,
Sure.
please. Please?
GuMiho doesn't have an idle SCV.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you want
Cure.
to lose the game? You can't have an idle SCV.
Look at this, he's behind in monies.
Wow, this is crazy. I mean, is this enough to lose a game?
I don't think so,
If this was happening at like the 15-minute mark, I would say no.
but this early on, yeah, it's a big deal.
It represents a significant percentage of the income that he's
Yeah,
not
that's
getting.
5% of his income, right?
Yeah.
1/20th of his SCVs?
And having 5% of your income missing in a TvT where you're pretty close in skill is a huge friggin' deal.
Imagine if your boss at work just said, hey, I'm going to take 5% of your income. How's that?
Yeah.
You'd say, hell
He's
no. Oh,
Super mad. All right. So, 5% of income missing for about 30 seconds, maybe longer. He's behind. We'll officially put him behind. That can change. It always can.
GuMiho is up by 1 supply. Now
That's
he's
why.
down by 1.
Well,
Now he's
yes.
down by 3. StarCraft's a funny game.
It is sometimes.
Kira once again going for that 3rd gas. So is GuMiho. So Raven's on the docket. Oh my gosh. Kira the player going in for it this time. Great micro by GuMiho though, it looks like. Yeah, just a Hellion goes down for Kira.
Little poke, nothing too serious. All's well that ends well. You a Wheel of Time fan?
Ah, no.
Yeah, me neither. But Amazon Prime put out a show. So.
That's Terry Pratchett books, is it?
Nope.
No.
No, the Terry Pratchett stuff is what does he call it? He has a name for his like shared universe, but different stuff.
Oh, the units of GuMiho getting caught off guard. Yet another Cyclone comes forward, but it might just be another Cyclone to die. All the while this Marine drop is going off, but there's plenty of units back at home for Kier to deal with this. GuMiho has to lift up, but he really takes the bad end of that trade.
Yeah, that was brutal. Can the medevac get
Cyclones
out?
go down for basically nothing.
Yeah, that is a terrible place to be. And supply is even. Yeah, Wheel of Time's Robert Jordan. Kind of an interesting story there. He writes the first couple books, they're really well received. Then the next like 4 books are kind of just mired in this slog and not much happens and the fans kind of hate them. And then he dies.
Okay.
And then they bring in Brandon Sanderson, another fantasy author, to finish it up, and the fans generally like those ones.
Huh.
Yeah, so interesting thing there. I don't know what they're going to do for the writing for the TV show, but I always just heard about how sloggy like those middle 5 or 6 books are, and I was just like, I am not getting sucked into this.
Yeah.
Not my thing.
Some books are just hard to read. I'm still working on the Dune books,
Uh-huh.
and they're damn good books, but by God, if they aren't hard to get through.
They're kind of dense. Yeah. All right, Cure poking around GuMiho's side of the map here. Both players have 2 Ravens.
Yeah, Kier feeling confident after killing all those units. Imagine if GuMiho had 3 Cyclones right now.
Just imagine it.
Just imagine, one could be there, one could be there, one could be there. You went and saw the Dune movie, didn't you?
I did. I liked it.
Okay, I still gotta go see it. I can finally go do that now.
Yes. I was really skeptical they'd be able to kind of capture just how Dune feels when you're reading it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they did it. I think they did a really good job. Yeah.
Okay, in goes Kier. He says now, as he charges on in. Vikings come forward for GuMiho to help on out. His tanks are gonna have their interference matrix tear off, and Kier's attack did not succeed. Medivac play in order to secure the pickoffs into the remaining tanks for Kier. GuMiho holds on.
Siege tank unsiege next to a sieged up tank. Bah, 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 bah. That's what you get. Well held there by GuMiho. He's now up 99 to 85 supply. Income should be about the same here, but having the greater army can definitely snowball into a bigger situation.
That certainly is true.
Dim finishing up here from GuMiho. He's working on them upgrades for the infantry. And an armory coming in for further upgrades as required. Yeah, I mean, it worked in game 1, he says.
Even in the last series, he did that against Dream in a game, I believe. Maybe. I can't recall. But he hasn't been punished hard doing this yet. So it's hard to blame him. Vikings move forward for GuMiho, gets a big pick off there. Focus fire gets himself 3 Vikings. That is huge. 4th base that was building does get delayed.
I like how they're sparking when there's nothing actively building. Like, what's going on here exactly?
Unattended.
Just like exposed wires or running power to them? Maybe. Do keep in mind it's a Dune Part 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe I'll just wait for them to release part 1 and 2 and then the director's cut, and then it'll be 6 hours long watching them both.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Kind of reminds me of watching Lord of the Rings extended versions.
Yes, very much so. Some movies are just better extended version.
Man, I spent an entire Saturday watching Lord of the Rings extended films, all 3 of them once back when I was like...
That's fantastic.
I was probably like 18. It was a long time ago, but I still remember that Saturday, man.
That's what I do every time I get a new TV. I rewatch the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, nice. That's a good tradition. I like it. There are worse things to put on your TV.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings and Interstellar are my new TV movies.
Oh. Interstellar is quite a spectacle.
Okay, 2-2 on the way for GuMiho. No sign of those upgrades for Kier, so he's really, really lagging behind on that front. Like, really, really lagging behind.
And GuMiho's like, all right, I'm smelling blood. Can we do this thing? What's our Viking count? What are we looking at here?
Let's have a look here. Currently a lead for Kier, but GuMiho doesn't seem to care so much about that.
Dancing his Vikings up here. Whee!
Okay, Cure stepping forward. GuMiho's tank shelling away. Interference Matrix going down. Is it going to be a fight that GuMiho can take? No, he's got to abandon this run. Good engagement by Cure. However, GuMiho is about to finish his 2-2 upgrades, whereas there's no such thing here for Cure. Yikes, particularly if GuMiho gets his 3-3 on the way, but there we go. Cure starts up his 2-2. Cure's army is looking quite terrifying. Leading the siege tank count by a whopping 5.
Oh, Liberator gets picked off there. Hey, how dare you try to kill some of my SCVs.
Evens up that tank count. Drop in the main base by GuMiho.
Oof. That's a big one. And it's not getting cleaned up.
Oh, is he going to get the E-base? Oh my gosh.
He is. He's going to deny +2 attack and +2 armor, probably.
Yes,
and
he does.
The Sim City screwing up Cure there.
GuMiho is now setting himself forward to have a 2 upgrade advantage for a window in this game. If you're Cure, you just got to sit back and turtle up, son.
Yeah, here we go again. Same spot he was in game number 1.
GuMiho's got no chill, though, when it comes to expanding. He just says, take all the bases. Both players producing Ravens, both players with incredible amounts of resources, but GuMiho definitely in the lead, 84 SCVs to 63.
Yeah, and he's maxed out, so it's time to go. Got 195 supply. Cure's at 191, yes. And actually, Cure having fewer workers means his army's bigger.
This is
so
true.
That's kind of nice.
But that's kind of made up for by his horrible upgrades. 5 command centers on the way at a time for GuMiho.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, if Cure has to turtle, why wouldn't you expand a whole bunch? It's like playing against traditional mech if you're Zerg. Just take the whole map and prepare to make some trades.
Tell us you're rich without saying you're rich, GuMiho. Oh my god, GuMiho's gonna have 3-3 against 1-1 for Cure. If he can force a fight... Ay. GuMiho going for a double medivac drop right down the center of the base of Cure. Kills 11 SCVs. These Marines are just gonna be a pain to clean up. And there we go. In goes GuMiho. Beautiful attack. Interference matrices the tanks. These +3 Marines of his just butcher that command center. And I don't know if Cure is going to be able to stop him here.
I mean, that
makes GuMiho. I think he can keep going.
Fast. He's just being patient.
Okay, he's moving on up a little bit. There is lots of tanks here for Cure, so GuMiho will have to back off for now. But he just killed 19 SCVs. He's taking the top left and the bottom right. Cure wants to move out, but I don't know if he can. Oh, and another set of drops by GuMiho. This time Cure will be in position to deal with it. Beautiful interference matrix. And his Vikings are going to be able to shut down these medivacs.
Oh, ow. All right, that's a win.
It is. That's the best thing that's happened to Cure in this game for quite a while.
Yeah, I mean, what's he at? Cure's at 4 bases, looking strong. Except then you look at GuMiho and you're like, oh.
Build bases. He's even getting building armor and high-sec auto tracking. Cure's out on the map, but he's got a huge upgrade disadvantage. Still.
That's when GuMiho starts picking up this bank, and he can just afford to take hit after hit after hit and replace them. Well,
How about those command centers?
I mean, it's late game Terran. It's kind of what they do.
Oh my god, are these Marines gonna kill them? Ah.
Yes. Yes, they are. At least delay construction on them
No.
temporarily. Whoa, big. Okay, one. Probably could have got another one there. But you're worried about the right side here, too. Interference matrix. You can run, but you can't attack anymore.
You really gotta give it to Kier for not dying yet.
For sure. He's defending exceptionally well. It's just not a long-term proposition.
No, but he's just gotta get out his 3-3 upgrades, then he can start pushing, look for some wins. He's got a long way to go in this game, but he's doing exactly what he needs to do if he's gonna have a chance.
Yes, but there's just not a path here.
I'm not gonna count him out just yet.
If GuMiho just kind of A-moves everything into like 47 siege tanks over and over again for the rest of the game, sure.
That's true. Kier is up 15 army supply. He's got a pretty solid army. If he can take one good fight, that's all he needs to turn the game around, potentially. Let's see. Mass interference matrix on the Ravens of GuMiho. Kier's taken a fight, but GuMiho actually just secured himself quite a good position, coming down towards the third base of Kier, and Kier can't afford to lose a base here. Ravens moving forward, interference matrix going down. These players are trading out, but this is a trade out. It's not a total squash like Kier needed.
Yeah, Kier needs about 8 total squashes to win this game, and a trade out is not going to do it.
Vikings get on top of the tank, so that is pretty darn good for him, but
That?
yeah, is this his moment? He's just got to push further. He's got a Viking lead for now.
Army value is 104 to 83, so it's a big advantage here if he just goes. GuMiho, you troll.
Just being a jerk. Yeah, I mean, if Kier can grab one of GuMiho's bases, or just be offensive or defensive by being offensive, but we see GuMiho's already planning a counterattack across the map with just the boatloads of Marines he can afford.
SCVs protecting their homeland. You leave our planetary fortress alone.
Okay, how about that?
Man, sometimes you forget how fast siege tanks fire when they're not in siege. Just a boom, 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 boom. One of the faster fire rates in the game. But GuMiho's on the warpath, and I'm not sure what Kier has to defend here. He's got 2 tanks. Just kidding, 2 more back there. Okay. That second line of tanks might be problematic for GuMiho, but he does not care.
GuMiho has got a lot of stuff.
He is just going. He sieges his own tanks, takes down another base.
Kier
And
did
a
secure
refinery.
this left side base as he spams a bunch of mules down on it. He's really fighting this one out. But all beautiful liberators by GuMiho coming on in.
It's just mean.
It really is.
Those are fresh mules, too, that are going to die. That's a big deal. +3 vehicle attack coming in from GuMiho. +2 for Kier. We don't see a +3 coming in here, so that's going to be a nice advantage, too. Those mules sitting there are just... They might as well be dead.
Kier's economy just tanked to nothing, basically.
Yeah, and you're not going to win with nothing economy when your opponent has 4,000 minerals and 4,800 gas in the bank.
No.
No.
Oh my god, GuMiho, you monster. He's not giving Kier any room to come back in this game, really.
Nope. He's not making any huge mistakes. He's not getting crushed. And like we said, even if he gets crushed like twice or 3 times, it doesn't matter. It has to be substantial a bunch of times.
Yes. Or one big crush that somehow Cure is able to just go for a kill. But
Yeah, and the counterattack's incredible.
Alright, lots of Ravens here for Cure. He's gonna go for it. Most of the tank's disabled, but he doesn't have a lot of Marines to back this up. It looks like this will be the fight for Cure, though, but then across the map, there is a big old counterattack for GuMiho, who's still floating a casual 3,000 minerals in the bank. Can just afford, yeah, another few more of these. Alright, Cure. It's looking a bit rough.
Alright, Cure, we love you, man.
If Cure's mom was watching this game, she'd be proud.
She would. I'm proud of my boy for sticking in there. Killing GuMiho's army several times. Just what you want to see from your boy.
Oh, battle cruisers! GuMiho's making the get out ships. I love it. He's not researching Yamato cannon, though.
It's time to bring in the big guns, though. He'll get it. He'll get the Yamato. If you make more than one BC, you pretty much get it.
The BCs will actually be useless here, though, right? Because, I mean, there's 6 Ravens and 10 Vikings for Kira.
Yep. But if you're interference matrixing a BC, you're not interference matrixing
This
a
is
tank.
true. He can just yeet them onto this mineral. Turrets doing their thing.
Do your thing. Do what you gotta do. Number one.
Oh, there is a big drop. Teleport the battle cruisers in, GuMiho. Bring them in, bring them in.
For support. Where are they? Where are the battle cruisers? We need them.
Do it.
Bring them in to get murdered by the Vikings real quick.
Do it. It would mean so much to me.
They gotta be
GuMiho
involved.
cleaned that up pretty decently.
Yeah, not bad.
Or
Lost
Kira
17
did
more
finally.
SCVs.
But
Right.
oh, there they are.
One anyway. Do one of them die?
No, there's 2.
Okay. Oh, there they are. I'm just blind. It's cool.
You are watching through Discord live stream.
That's my excuse. On Discord live stream, I can't see everything. Hey, there's your Yamato and 4 Ravens at a time. Okay.
Oh my god, Kira is not dying. He's down to 33 SCVs and he's got tanks fighting Marines. Oh god, those 2 tanks. Okay, this one dies. Kira's up on army supply still.
Yeah.
Mama didn't raise no quitter.
Absolutely not. This is the most stubborn, tough it out game I have seen in a long time.
Yeah. Kira's been dead for, or not dead, but significantly disadvantaged for what, at least 10 minutes?
Yeah, for 10 minutes here.
GuMiho's got to be getting frustrated, but this game is running to the point which bases are pretty much all going to be mined out, and GuMiho's got a much superior bank. Alright, GuMiho's looking for a position. He's coming on in. He's got 4 tanks, but these can be interference matrix, but that's not happening on the side of Kira, so GuMiho's tanks are getting some great shots off. Here come the Ravens interference matrix. It's going to cost a lot of the Ravens their lives. It's going to be another cleanup by Kira, though.
Man, Cure, just at the end of these skirmishes, he's standing tall.
Here's the problem, though. Resources lost is within a stone's throw of each other.
Yeah, and that bank is still about 4,000 for GuMiho.
He's
replacing
another fight. Interference
GuMiho's
matrix means he cuts up, or anti-armor missile means he cuts up those Marines.
They're extra
oh my
squishy.
God, he's just not dying. And now GuMiho's
He's
down to
on
80
the-
army supply.
Is he on the counteroffensive? Sort of. All right, killing tanks, pushing through, taking losses for sure. And for the first time in about 16 minutes. Aw, what?
I
Why?
didn't want to see him GG out, but he was out of steam there.
Aw, you could have. What? You were trying for like 15 minutes. What happened? What was the thing?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's frustrating. All right, well, fine. I mean, his position was not any significantly worse than it had been for the previous 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean...
Maybe he did some scans and he was like, oh, there's like 12 bases out there.
A man can only take so much.
Yeah, he's just demoralized.
I think
So-
that is the absolute hardest I've seen Cure ever try to win a game.
No, seriously. And I mean, I wonder how much that hurts him in the future games in the series because he expended a lot of energy and focus trying to do that. And it didn't work out. So,
Well played by GuMiho, however.
seriously.
That was darn well done. Thanks so much to everyone for tuning in to this epic Terran versus Terran. In the top right-hand side of the map, he's going for the 3-0 lead. It's GuMiho.
And in the bottom left, he's got his back up against the wall. It's Cure. Cleaning bot X923.
Keeping the place clean.
It's not exactly a Roomba, is it? It just kind of like randomly cleans different spots. Maybe there's a pattern we just can't see.
Yeah, maybe it can sense dirt.
Oh, okay. So it's not doing a pattern. It's just it detects dirt in an area and goes and cleans it instantly. Kind of like that.
It's probably good that there's those bots, as there's a lot of bodies in Starcraft.
Yeah. Gotta clean up that blood.
Okay. Oh. Kira gets the moral victory there as his SCV stabs another SCV.
Important stuff there is the stabbing. Imagine being inside an SCV suit and you can hear the drilling coming from the outside.
Oh god,
going
that would be
through.
terrifying.
And you're like, oh no, it's close. It's getting closer.
Oh god, that's a whole new level of horror.
And then once the HP in your suit runs out, it just goes right through your chest. You die. That's what I think happens.
I think it's pretty right. Oh, that's absolutely terrifying, though, why you said that.
Seriously is.
Oh,
Yep.
God.
Stuck in a tin can, hearing your death coming at you. Oof. Well, we got our battle cruisers in the final game, so I'm pretty happy.
Yes, we did. Battle cruiser operational. Is Kier just gonna YOLO these two Reapers into GuMiho's base?
I mean, you gotta take some risks.
I hate how I use the term YOLO, but it...
No, it works. I use them for Hellions that just kind of run in there, like, intending to die. I think it works for Reapers, too. That's exactly
Yeah.
what happened there.
That's exactly what happened. Widow Mine on the way for GuMiho.
Oh, it's interesting. Saw those at all in the last game.
Yeah.
I like it. Little Widow Mine bird out your front there. Maybe take out do some damage to a Cyclone or hit a group of Marines. Not a bad idea. Let's do it. Doesn't cost much. 75 minerals, 25 gas. Cheap.
Both players making Cyclones, tanks.
But Banshee Cloak, different here for GuMiho.
Yeah, and here it is. There's a Raven, though, and 2 Cyclones, so that Banshee makes the wise decision of noping on out of there. Okay.
All right, Cyclone's Widow Mine ready for anything that comes their way here on Hardwire. Banshee, how dare you engage against me?
Oh, this Banshee sneaks its way into the natural.
Okay. 2 shot and dem SCVs, looking good, and then the Raven Cyclone combo means this is a dead Banshee.
Absolutely.
Oh, another Banshee, though. All right, whittling down Kier's economy pretty heavily. God, 10 SCVs dead in the first 5 minutes. Hurts.
It won't get away, though. Close, but no cigar.
Nice. Okay, so if you're going to lose 10 workers, might as well kill the Banshees that did it.
Mm-hmm. See, and that's one of the interesting parts about Banshee control, because if GuMiho had realized that those Banshees were going to die, he would have got 12 instead of 10 SCVs if he just chose to target them down and not retreat. Alright, Kier pushing on out. He is down in workers by, I don't know, 13 or so? Engagement out on the map. Turret's getting dropped by Kier. GuMiho is retreating with the units he has. Grabs one of the Ravens of Kier. The other is out of energy. However, the Vikings of Kier are giving GuMiho a hard time. Cyclone locks on, kills off the other Raven. Raven tosses down an auto turret. This is just chaos, but...
That's TvT. Kier has some units left. GuMiho has some units left.
Yeah, army supply-wise, Kier is quite ahead. GuMiho's just getting his 2nd and 3rd barracks online. That makes things very hard, and he realizes how dire of a situation this is.
Loses a tank almost instantly. Tries to pull some of the boys to help here. But Landed Viking doing bonus damage to Mechanical is a huge deal. Production tab says he's making some Vikings of his own, but Kier's already got 3 on the scene. And now GuMiho finds himself really kind of trapped in here.
Mm-hmm. There's a reason he chose... Sorry.
Nope, you're good.
There's a reason he chose to bring those SCVs with that push. Even though Kier wasn't necessarily on his front door, he knew he needed to have a decent engagement there. Okay, 5 Vikings for Kier. He's very serious about this push. There's 2 tanks on the ground now that a 2nd rolls on up. That's not too much.
God, the Viking just owning the skies here, though.
Yeah, rather painful. Oh, gets himself a decent trade with his Marines assisting. Oh,
Yep,
it's going to cost him a tank, though.
Yep, and a Landed Viking lands, kills, and gets out with its life. That is pretty impressive out of Kier. 37-18 army value. It's not...
GuMiho saves that tank. Beautifully timed repair. And that's GuMiho just looking on point today.
He's doing a lot of great stuff here, and suddenly it's 30 to 35 army supply. GuMiho has really ratcheted it up here, but that 3rd base that Kier is rolling on means...
What? Was he really dead there? Yeah, I guess GuMiho didn't have a 3rd, did he?
No, but You didn't have a third 2 minutes ago either. So what are we looking at here?
Yeah, I don't know if he was dead there necessarily, but
All right. Well, premature GG action happens. Happens sometimes. People watching might disagree, but 'tis what it is.
yeah, it
All
was
right.
real close. But
Okay, so Cure, he needed to win that. You can't go down 3-0
yes.
in a best of 7 and expect to come back and win. So excellent job there by Cure. GuMiho gets to pick the map this time. And insofar as it's a TvT, I'm not sure that it really matters, but he probably has a personal favorite here out of the remaining ones.
Mm-hmm. GuMiho.
GuMiho really thinking hard about what he wants his map to be.
Well, first he's got to think, what maps have we already played?
Step 1.
Or he's currently looking up the English word for it.
Hmm.
Gumi God.
You can do it, GuMiho. I believe in you.
Oh, he was making the game.
Oh.
Oh, he didn't include WCS though.
Oh. No game heart?
All right, there we go. And we're off.
And we're off.
Blackburn, yet another old map. Right?
Yes. Blackburn was a pretty popular map.
This one does feature gold minerals.
Uh-huh.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand side of the map, it's GuMiho.
And in the bottom left, it is Cure. I don't know what it is about these maps where it's bottom left versus bottom right spawn, but it usually turns into pretty good games consistently. Like ZVP
Yeah.
especially gives you like 30-minute games on this map. It feels like more often than the average.
Yeah. Do you remember that? This is going very far back. Do you remember that one map that had gold minerals that Terrans would always lift up and fly to?
Yeah.
And then, oh, it just became a clown fiesta every time.
Yep. It was a lot of fun, though.
It was.
There's a map like that now. There's one of these maps where the liftoff and fly to gold minerals distance is not that far.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's
Huh.
not. It's I think it's Pride of Alteris, which we haven't actually seen today, interestingly enough. But yeah, I had somebody send me a lower level replay where they did that, and their opponent scouted their main, and they were like,
Question.
where are you? And it was so funny because they scouted everywhere but the gold.
Ah.
So by the time they found it, it was too late. Like there was this huge advantage. It was so funny. It was a great game. So not recommended, but you know it might work out for you, and it's going to be funny anyway.
You're gonna have a blast doing it.
Yep.
Okay, so double gas play once again. That's been every game so far.
Yep. It's been pretty much no proxies in the series yet. Little Reaper shenanigans. Staying out of the slow zone, because in there is death. Reapers can't move fast when they're in the slow zones.
Okay. Tech lab for GuMiho, whereas Kier continuing on with the Reapers and Hellions.
Double Reaper. Feel better about yourself when you have a friend.
Ooh, bold play by GuMiho, grabs the SCV, but this is gonna leave him very vulnerable to a counterattack. Oh, he doesn't get the Reaper.
No. Reaper lives, Hellion lives. I don't think that was a great trade.
If he got the Reaper, I'd say it would have been worth it. But as he did not, it's put him in a bit of an uncomfortable position, as he's only gonna have one Cyclone to defend against this. Yeah, one Cyclone, no Marines for GuMiho. Is his command center gonna finish? The answer is no. Oh, this is painful. This could actually be game ending here.
Oh,
The Cyclone gets surrounded, and GG.
Cure evens the series up 2-2. Man, he was down 2-0 and he was looking bad, and just like that, we are at a 2-2 tie in this best of 7. Holy smokes. What a beautiful counterattack there. GuMiho trying to risk too much on that early attack. Did get the SCV, but lost everything, and that came back to bite him.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, so GuMiho map pick again here. We're on Glittering Ashes. Again, the teasing map that does not let you mine any gold, but there's plenty to be seen.
Fantastic.
All right, so we're going to move on into game number 5. Again, this is a best of 7, so game 5 is not the match point. It's not the ace match. We are going to need someone to get to 4 here, not 3, to win this thing. And both players are at 2.
Mm-hmm. Now it's basically a best of 3, if you look at it this way.
Mm-hmm. So bottom left on Glittering Ashes from Psystorm Gaming, it is our Red Terran. Is GuMiho. Kind of falling apart for him a little bit here.
He's been looking so good. I hope GuMiho wins. But I totally just jinxed it. And that was Kira in the top right.
Just stop doing that, man.
I really do. I really do. It's late, okay? It's later for you. By gosh.
Yeah, it's 1:30 in the morning. That's okay. I had the day off from work, so I slept in a little bit today.
Ah, nice.
Paying off now.
Gassed up and good to go.
Yeah, it's nice. My job has time off that you have to take or you'll lose it at the end of the year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So everyone, and it's also your sick time. So it's like you kind of have to wait until the end of the year, but they don't want everybody taking all of their time off in December, so nobody's working for a whole month. So you
Yeah.
kind of have to like use it wisely. So
Yeah, that's so silly not to pay it out in a sense. Or let you
yeah,
bank it.
yeah. They used to let people bank it, and then someone had like 9 months of time off
Well,
accrued, and they were like, mm.
that's kind of me at my job for comp time right now. Because
"Oh,
you
there you
can
go."
work overtime and turn it into comp time. And I've earned about 700 hours of comp time since May. So I could take the next 4 months off if I wanted to.
You should do it, man.
Some days I think about it. So I actually did take today off. So
Nice.
yes, I got my second shot and said, I'll take the day.
Probably a good time for that. Yeah. Yeah. So we got acquired by somebody earlier this year, and so they're going to make us go to a what is called unlimited time off system,
Oh,
where they don't track anything, and if you need time off, you just take it.
and you don't get paid for it, I'm guessing? Or...
You do. Well, they'll pay you for it.
Oh.
But the trick here is that what it does, the current, as that Reaper, is doing pretty well for itself, actually.
Damn, yeah, it really is.
GuMiho, much better than the last game. You can get it. You can get the command center. Go.
Oh my god, no.
But what?
No, Kira's gonna have a Hellion out.
Yeah.
It's quarter past not happening.
2 Reapers,
Right?
though. Oh my gosh, he got it.
No, oh my god.
He got it. Bam, dead.
Aye,
Cancelled.
aye, aye.
Amazing. What a play. The plays. Okay, but yeah, let me explain to you how this works. It changes the discussion from I have time off that is in my bank that I am owed and that I have to use unless, right, before the end of the year. Now your conversation with your manager is it okay if I take this off? Is this a good time? Right?
Ah,
Changes the whole dynamic.
so people might actually take less time off.
Yep. I'm totally planning on taking as much time off next year as I did this year, just saying screw it.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
just gonna have to deal with your manager trying to make you feel bad for doing it, huh?
Yeah, but my counter is just going to be, I did this last year, you didn't have a problem with it, so leave me alone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Anyway, SEVs run to the siege tank. He will save
Oh,
you.
that good Hellion lineup gets 3. Get it? Use that
And
tank.
another
Grab it,
one.
Grab it. Grab it.
He wants to escape. Come on. Should have tried to kill that SCV instead.
Ooh, good mic.
Oh, he saves the Reaper in the medevac. You don't see that very much.
How about that slick?
Yeah. Cure coming in with his 2 Reapers. KD8 charge in the mineral line. Oh, hits himself with a KD8 charge. That's never good. He's going to lose this Reaper if he's not careful, and he does. He loses that one, and this one is also very dead, thanks to Siege Tank Fire.
God, TvT is just a nuts fest.
Crazy hectic, man.
Aye, aye, aye.
All right. So what are we at? Exactly even on worker count, because of course we are. Army value is basically the same here too. And GuMiho is going to try to get something done with these 2 siege tanks and a medevac.
Okay.
He can't. No, this isn't going to do anything.
I mean, there's not enough energy on the Raven for interference matrix, I don't think.
Ugh.
What are you doing, you mad lad? Where are you going? Oh, he's trying to get the Cyclone. This is beyond ballsy. Oh, it's going to
Wow.
cost him 2 tanks. Oh, no.
Yeah, GuMiho, buddy, come on.
Unless he's getting some serious work done, which he is not. He just
He
gifted
is.
2 tanks. He got the Cyclone, I think, and almost a tank for 2 tanks and a medivac. Oh, he got a little bit ahead of himself.
He's done that a couple times today. He's really taken a risk and gone for a big thing and it hasn't worked out. But it's worked out other times, so
Yeah, he's not in a terrible spot or anything. He's just,
it hurts.
yeah, it's not a good feeling.
All right, man. GuMiho says, enough is enough. I know I lost the 2 tanks. It was kind of embarrassing. But it's not over yet.
I think he's just going to embarrass himself again by going in, though.
Hmm. It's so crazy Interference Matrix is only ever used in TvT. Like, we used to kind of see it against Protoss, right?
Yeah, Terrans will use it against Colossus or Disruptors
Every now and then.
Not often. Pretty much never versus Zerg.
Right. Because it doesn't work on anything except for Queens,
Infestors?
right? Does it work on Infestors?
Yeah, and Vipers, I guess, technically, but...
Yeah, okay.
Terran don't turtle to Sky Terran anymore, so...
Right.
That should make a comeback. Show me Ravens.
The Ketrock returns?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Maybe. He's mostly been working with proxy planetary fortresses and cyclones these days.
I remember he tried to do that to me like 3 games in a row. On ladder one day.
Uh-huh. I think that's pretty much what he does.
And trust me, it does not get better after the first time.
Interference Matrix on one of the Vikings.
Aww. Wow.
Yeah, it's light pressure. I really don't see an angle for GuMiho to be able to do much here. He's even on tank count, which doesn't really benefit the aggressor.
No. Yet he's still pushing on in. He might be overstaying his welcome here a little bit.
More and more Vikings coming out right now.
Yeah, I think if you're GuMiho, you need to slowly back away, perhaps?
What? I mean, 74 to 65 workers is a big deal here for GuMiho.
Yeah, exactly, and he's down 15 army supply, so it's odd he's being the aggressor. Oh, this is something right here.
Losing a bunch of Marines retreating from that position is never a good thing. Anti-armor missile catches the Vikings, but they're not worried about that right now.
Yeah, that was quite good for him.
GuMiho's just sort of casually pressuring here.
Oh, gets a Raven, that's nice.
Oh, the Vikings are fighting while they've been Cheeto dusted. That's never good. Oh,
No.
And bam, Cure now has full air control, and he's taking advantage of it, coming down that ramp.
Ah, yeah, this was GuMiho overextending a little bit, and it just cost him a lot of supply.
Yeah, 75 to 43 army supply right now. Cure, this counterattack could be brutal.
Yeah, GuMiho also had no combat shields there. That's probably why that went so bad for him.
Ooh, yeah, it's almost done, but it would have been nice to have 20 seconds ago.
Okay, one thing for GuMiho is he does have 2 Ravens with full energy. Cure's got Ravens as well, but where are they? Back at home with very little energy. Okay, so he's going that route.
Guess who's ahead in army supply now? Still Cure. 99 to 76. Going home, though. I don't know about this. I don't know about going home here. You go home and GuMiho's going to expand 4 times. Look, he's already done it once. He'll do it again, the madman.
Yeah. Oh, GuMiho, no, you don't move out. You stay home. Stay home.
But he likes moving out because then he expand a million times. Look, he's expanding again. This is how I win TvT, is I take 10 bases, and then if I make bad trades, it doesn't matter as much.
GuMiho is now behind on SCVs.
That's pretty nuts.
Gotta
Good
feel
job, Cure.
uncomfortable for him.
GuMiho kind of plays TvT like Rogue plays ZVT, where he just makes a billion mutas, and he's kind of sloppy with them, but it doesn't matter because he has a billion mutas.
Yeah.
And this is GuMiho playing kind of sloppy and losing engagements, but it doesn't matter because he has 8 bases.
What's he stimming forward for? Just to kill those 2 Marines?
Get them! Get those Marines! Visser in chat saying GuMiho does have the upgrade advantage, and it's gone now. Never mind.
Not as distinguished this game.
No, but it is still... He's going to have 3-3 for like 30 seconds more than Cure does.
Get them rocks. Get them.
Delicious rocks. Take out your aggression on the rocks.
Yeah, taking out the rocks on this map really opens it up.
Sure does. Dude, don't attack into the high ground. Don't try it, Anakin. Oh. I think Cure's okay with GuMiho sitting there, honestly. He's like, hey man, you want that?
Well, that didn't work out at all for GuMiho. He just lost Ravens, all of his Ravens, and all his Vikings. He
Air
really
superiority.
Screwed that one up. Like, really screwed that one up.
Marines are just kind of like, oh, is it a trap? Is he like, hey, come up here and kill these tanks? And he just got scanned, though, so like, it doesn't matter. This is such awkward positioning. Yeah, what's going on?
GuMiho just stem towards Cure's base? Yeah, he's got himself a hell of an opening right now.
Cure doesn't see it. Cure doesn't see it coming. That siege tank's gonna die. Siege up, defend and attack at the same time. That's never a great experience.
Ruh-roh. Cure's going for the counterattack. Which one of GuMiho's bases will he kill?
Yeah. Good job, Cure. Is he going for the jugular, man? He wants to take down the main.
There's no tanks for GuMiGod.
He's got air superiority and a single siege tank. He's like, let's take down this third instead.
This is really quite awful for GuMiho.
It sure is 120 to 95 army supply for Cure, but he's going to lose a planetary, but losing an orbital is a pretty much bigger deal. There's a lot of production down there, too, for GuMiho that he's losing.
Like, a lot of production. He's just got wrecked. That did not work out at all for him.
Is he getting that planetary at the 12 o'clock at least?
Maybe?
He's trying real hard.
Like, he
got
get it, but Cure's expanding elsewhere. And the repair is good, but not good enough.
Wow. That is just 2 bases down right quick.
Good night, GuMiho.
75 to 37 workers. Yeah, the shoe's on the other foot here. He gets the planetary, but he loses 2 bases in the process. And Cure's expanding down the right side as well. GuMiho's income is poop right now for GuMiho. There's just nothing happening.
He's lost 7,000 resources more than Cure.
Ooh.
That was not good.
No. No. A lot of dead Marines there. What do we got? 92 dead Marines, and Cure's only lost 28. That's huge.
Yeah, I don't know what GuMiho does here. I mean, the natural Terran thing to do is to turtle. He's making Ravens, so he's got anti-armor missiles, which is good. There's none of those for here. Okay, in comes Cure. He's got himself a pretty decent siege up spot. Tanks are set up on both sides.
The interference matrix ensures that high ground tank for Cure goes down, and he loses the position he had on that planetary.
Oh,
Oh, free tanks. Okay, sure.
Oh.
That's good. More free tanks? No.
No, don't try
Not
it.
as much. Oh, bait him into your tank fire. Beautiful. Very nice. Good trick. That's what that was. High sec auto tracking, finishing up here for Cure. Working on that +3 vehicle. Man, Gumi's was only on +1 vehicle attack. Holy smokes. He's way behind.
Yeah, I think he's just going for the Hail Mary.
I don't know what else he can do.
And it might work. Tanks are getting set up. Here forces the siege, though. That's going to stop GuMiho from advancing. Okay.
Very injured Marine interested in denying that base. Can't quite pull it off, unfortunately.
Auto turrets kill a couple of tanks. Current tank count 13 to 8, so GuMiho does have the lead in that.
That matters. And
It really does.
air superiority is slowly turning over to GuMiho's side here. It's pretty even, though.
Somehow.
And look at Cure expanding up that top 11 o'clock position, too. He's just completely flipped the script. This is what GuMiho did two games ago.
Yeah. Somehow
games ago
GuMiho's
now,
not
whatever
dead,
it was.
though. Like, he's
Nope.
somehow attacking. These guys just take such nice turns with each other, just attacking and defending. Okay, it's your turn to attack. Alright, I guess so. Turns Matrix gonna allow an advance by GuMiho. Get some tanks into a better position. He's got Liberators as well.
That was
He lost the
another
air
one.
control.
He did, but he's killing tanks. What's that tank
is.
count at?
Liberator doing some work.
Okay. GuMiho getting some small victories here that are adding up.
An attack to the left side, however. Oh, that's not a PF.
That's huge. That's humongous. And there's nothing to defend it down here either.
Ooh.
I think that might just be GG. Like, unless GuMiho can get a major victory here and keep rolling. Which...
That's an orbital. That's not a planetary.
That's 2 orbitals.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of mule production down. I mean, but that said, what stops Cure from just wandering in here?
Oh,
It's not
those
a lot.
ravens.
Oh, ravens are so slow. And they all die. Ah, that hurts. That hurts. Oh, continuing to kill those tanks, though. 102 to 102 army supply.
What the heck is this game?
What is TvT? Cure's going after the planetary. Maybe not the greatest idea he's ever had. Air superiority belongs to Cure, though. Man, you just want to... What do you got? 1, 2, 3... Double the tank count. I wonder if you just unsiege a move there. Well, there's more tanks coming in. Smart play. Never mind.
Oh, the Vikings of Cure getting left out. Tanks misrallied, getting picked off.
2 tanks down real fast.
There's a battle in the center that's really going the way of GuMiho. Oh my gosh, and he's ahead in army supply by 14 right now.
It's a lot. All of a sudden.
What is
Okay,
this
yeah,
game?
yeah, this game is maybe crazier than any of them we've seen today.
Holy cow, the TvTs today have really been delivering. If GuMiho knew about this base, which I don't believe he does, no he doesn't, he'd be in a much better position. If he could take that out, things would really turn around for him. Instead he's going all the way to the right side. He changes direction. Interesting choice there. Yeah, really interesting choice changing direction.
Yeah, it's 110 to 110. I mean, the production tab here for Cure is just monster right now.
Yeah.
Producing 9 Marines and 2 tanks at a time.
Oh, GuMiho now discovers that PF. Will he
That
drop
might
behind
be
it?
enough to break his spirit.
No, GuMiho's
No.
spirit is strong.
He's going to find the angles where you can sit there and shoot at stuff without getting smashed by the planetary. That's pretty good.
And now he finds an angle, getting on forward with his tank.
Okay, firing on a planetary. Dude, if GuMiho wins this,
That would just be nuts.
insane comeback potential here. Okay, so the tanks die. Oh, hang on. 1 tank dies. That's not enough.
If GuMiho shuffles these lower tanks forward, he can get the space. It might be a bit hard getting out, but he can get the space.
He wants it. He's actually really close to... And full evacuation. Cure says, I'm not going to waste. I'm not going to lose SCVs on this thing. I have other bases I can mine from. It's not a big deal. 50 to 29 workers in favor of Cure right now. This is crazy.
What's this game?
I don't know.
Marine count currently fairly even, so no player can really just stim right on top of the other. Oh, GuMiho's tanks. Okay.
My gosh. This game. This game's getting an epic tag. It just is. GuMiho casually wandering through the middle of 2 of Cure's armies. I don't know about this plan at all. No, that's not a stand and fight scenario, bud. And then do you caught by surprise on the flank on the left side? It's kind of, yes, actually. Oh, the interfats your GG.
Cure just had 8 Ravens that just destroyed everything. Holy cow.
Cure. 3 games in a row. Leads the series 3-2 now. What an absolute boss.
That was freaking ridiculous.
That was devastating. GuMiho's trying to scratch and claw his way back, little baby steps at a time, and then Cure's just like, nope. Slam the door.
That's so crazy. There's been a few almost comebacks today where it's like, can he actually come back from this ridiculous spot?
And the answer is no. The answer is no, but it will not be no forever.
Holy cow, that was...
Incredible.
Mind blown to pieces. Lots and lots of pieces. Alright, as we load into the game.
Oh, for GuMiho to be up 2-0 and potentially lose the series 4-2 is gonna be that's not a great feel.
No. And seeing as how he almost won game 3, right? He almost came back this game, game 5.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a bloody close series, though.
Insanely close.
Curious Minds.
Team Liquid map contest. Curious Minds.
All right. In the bottom right, it's GuMiho.
And in the top left of our very purple map, it is Cure. So what I'm learning here is that players hate Pride of Alteris because there has not been a single game on that map today.
Pride of Alteris? Never heard of it.
Yeah, there you go. It's a new map. It's got a clear like window through the bottom of it in the middle where you can see a big Protoss ship.
Oh.
Pretty cool looking.
Well, I hope we get that one next.
You've got that short gold rush distance if you're in a command center. All right, man. Cure. You can do this. You can win this thing with a single blow.
Yeah, 4 maps in a row would be something.
Golly. It's not a reverse sweep, but it's close.
Either way, the games today really delivering.
Definitely. TvT is a blast. I should cast more of it.
Yeah. As a content creator, though, I understand that gets you like a third of your usual views, though.
True. Exactly. But I don't know. Maybe if you cast it more, you can convince your viewership to watch it.
I don't think so. If Starcraft players are any one thing, it's stubborn.
True facts.
Let me tell you, Protoss is OP, and I've been saying it for 11 years. Ain't changed my mind then, ain't changing it now. That's the sort of mindset of Starcraft players.
You can convince them to start being fans of new players, though, if the
That's
new players
true.
are good.
You just got to really have a good game and hype them up.
Yeah, and like Clem and Rainer have totally turned into people that get views on my channel.
That's true, yeah. Once someone has like wins like a finals or something, then
Yeah,
they start getting views.
They can sneak in. Yeah, people like Clem quite a bit. Understandably so.
So,
all right.
GuMiho just snuck himself a cheeky SCV.
All right.
Oh dear.
Oh, snap. He does this, man. He just does not care about his first 2 Reapers at all.
I mean, 1 for 1. Not bad.
Okay, he saved that one.
Oh, this Hellion wants it, but he ain't gonna get it. Nice Cyclone lock on. Ooh, very good. Siege tank.
Time for a siege tank. Always time for a siege tank. If you're Terran, never a bad time to make a siege tank.
Okay. Kier going for a cheeky poke. Double Cyclone lock on. It's off a Cyclone, softens up the Medivac. There's also a Raven for GuMiho. Oh, he's gonna lose a few SCVs, which is quite painful. Good micro with the lift up there. Is there just gonna be an auto turret toss down to clean this up? The answer is not yet, but now.
There it is. And that tank's going to die. Nice, beautiful placement on that.
Saves another Marine, though. Nicely done. Kier's determined to make this aggression happen. GuMiho's command center positioning. I understand why he does it, but...
It's like he's playing against a Zerg with that positioning.
Because he wants it to float quickly to the third, but...
Yeah, and Zerg can't really do much to bother it, but Terran sure can.
The Cyclone abandoned in the main base.
Try to get the Raven.
Gets
Got it!
Beautiful.
Okay, that's a beautiful trade, yeah.
While this is going on, Kier has fired up his own third base. He's got himself a bit of a worker lead, a bit of a supply lead. All in all, not too shabby.
Come on, take us to Pride of Alteris. You know you want to, guys.
These tanks and Cyclone are by themselves, but the Ravens coming forward will help them out. Stim on the way for GuMiho.
$31 to $24 army supply in favor of Cure. Third base landing for GuMiho, and defended fairly well.
Yeah. This looks like it might be one of those things that gradually evens out to an even game.
Yep, that's TvT for you, as we've established. Just has a way of evening out. I think it's just because they're slow. Like, Zerg and
Maybe,
Protoss have some faster units that can really get across the map and be like, I have an advantage, I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
Terran,
that
it's
could
like,
be
we
it.
gotta wait for the tanks, we gotta wait for the
Well,
Vikings.
it's just that whenever someone gets damage done, it tends that whatever they committed to get damage done sets them back just about as much economically,
Right.
with
It's just,
little exception.
it's a ponderous thing.
Good Raven usage by GuMiho. Kier not using his to such effect.
Yeah, Ravens are an interesting unit because there are a lot of different useful spells, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you really have to analyze which one is the best at any given moment.
Which Raven spell is for you? A guide
Yeah,
to
and
Raven spells.
maybe not casting a Raven is the best idea, right?
Oh,
Sometimes.
no tanks really here for Kier, so GuMiho's going to take this initiative, picks off the tanks of Kier. He's got his Marines coming in, stimming, and Interference Matrix has gone down, but GuMiho even landed his Vikings to help buffer. The Interference Matrix is going to wear off just now, but it looks like it's a little bit too late. GuMiho going to try and grab the Ravens of Kier as a bit of compensation there. The attack does not succeed.
Yeah, once again, GuMiho poking in and kind of sort of getting some stuff done, but not really enough.
Go boost to the main base. One of those tanks is in the red, keep in mind, and it's the first one unloaded, so it goes down just immediately, and that drop does not find all the success in the world.
Oh, and the meta. Oh, full medevac just obliterated there. Yeah, GuMiho taking some risks today, and the last couple games, they've not worked out so well overall. GuMiho, again, poking the bear. Can't seem to leave it alone. While he's expanding behind it.
Don't ever tell GuMiho no.
It's true.
Oh, GuMiho's army split up here, gonna be forced into a fight. This could be a disaster for the red Terran players. Kier surges forward. Can he get out with any of his units? The answer is looking to be no, and it's costing him a load as he gets out with just one measly medivac full. And he's been bold this game. He's gone for a 4th expansion on location. We'll see if Kier's gonna punish it or not. And oh, beautiful play by Kier, anticipating this medivac coming back around. Could potentially get a kill on it.
Tiny Marine skirmish at the Xel'Naga Watchtower. It's important to hold those. And Kier's got more workers, but GuMiho's got more bases. It looks like Kier's going to float this one down the left side, though, so that'll be nice.
Well, GuMiho fell behind there for a little bit. All the time that's being given to him is just time for things to even up. GuMiho had a whopping 4k mineral income, thanks to the mass mules. Here dropping some of his own. GuMiho, slight upgrade lead now. Once again being the aggressor as he steps forward, but elects to retreat this time. Marine stim attack towards the 3rd base. Is there units here to defend it for GuMiho? The answer is enough to save the 3rd base from being attacked. Those Marines sacrifice themselves. Really all GuMiho can ask for as he repels this attack. And oh, an engagement potentially starting.
And GuMiho got Dorito dusted, so he's not interested in engaging there.
Just opening a bag of Doritos and it just poof.
Yep, just crush it all up and shake it all over.
Ugh. Dump it all over your keyboard.
Mm-hmm. All over your cat. You Ben anti-armor missile. Yeah, seriously, super mad. Spend the next 3 days cleaning off.
Although if cats like the taste of Doritos,
Yeah?
I don't know.
I don't know. I've never tried.
Anyone in chat ever tried to feed their cat a Dorito?
I dropped a tortilla chip on the floor and my cat went for it and was like, eh. Cure attacking down south. Enough to defend, it looks like, here from GuMiho. Yes,
Yeah,
and up
good
north,
defense.
same thing.
Andy's got
GuMiho.
that offensive posturing as we suddenly find GuMiho being the one up on supply. I don't know how this game works.
Alright. Man, Cure down bottom left there, too. Oh, medevac
That's
down
4
because he
tanks
can't
caught
boost.
up with interference matrix, and all of a sudden GuMiho has found himself into a rather precarious position. There's little to buffer for these tanks, so maybe GuMiho can jump on this before it's reinforced, and that's going to be the path he chooses to take.
Oh, he just lost 14 SCVs, though, for almost nothing. It did not really do much against those tanks.
He's still at 60 though, and he's got 5 CCs, so he can replace those if he chooses to. Oh, he's got to be careful with his tanks wandering forward. GuMiho, what are you doing? Unload those Marines.
Well, they're kind of unloading, but they're also taking huge Viking hits.
Unloading right in front of the tanks as this battle occurs. The tanks of GuMiho are now undefended. Oh, he taps out. GG.
Oof. GG. Cure. 4 games in a row to win this best of 7.
What a comeback.
He looked down and out, man. GuMiho looked completely in control. And then Cure just leaned forward in his chair and was like, all right, this has to be serious now.
Kier says, I'm not supposed to lose.
And he didn't. So well done. Well done indeed there to Cure, winner of Africa World 87?
84, I think.
84. Numbers are hard. Yeah, 84. Congratulations. Not an easy path to get here. Taking down GuMiho. Taking down Classic was an impressive victory too.
Absolutely. Very, very impressive victory.
Yeah, no complaints. I hope he's proud of this one because he should be.
A good showing, of course, by GuMiho, taking 2 maps off of Kier. Yeah, great games. Great games. A long evening, but yes, thanks so much to everyone for tuning on in today. Make sure to check out Falcon Paladin and I on Twitter, on YouTube. As you see our names, that's what they are.
Super easy to find us if you type it right.
And, of course, before you head on out, make sure to hit that Matcherino coupon code. As we see Carl J. contributes $10 to the prize pool, supporting his player there.
Very cool. Thanks, Carl. Well, the players thank you. It doesn't go to us.
Yes. Anything else to add before we head on out?
No, definitely not. Just thanks for watching. Hope you guys are all staying safe and healthy out there, and we'll catch you next time, usually in a couple of weeks.
We'll see you guys as soon as we possibly can. Have a good one.
Watch us on Twitter for announcements. Bye.
Bye-bye.